I'm dating my sister's bully, but I think my sister is blowing it out of proportion. My younger sister Anne had a bully in high school named Andrea. It started off as mostly name calling, and then became physical. My sister would come home with bruises sometimes, and the school did nothing about it. I always supported Anne through it. By the time they got out of high school I still absolutely hated Andrea. Then 2 years ago I met her at a local cafe where she started working. She ended up apologizing to me for how she treated my sister. She'd been wanting to apologize to Anne but she had no way of contacting her. I still kept my guard up when I saw her after that, but I felt like she'd really matured since high school and told my sister about her. Anne wasn't interested in any apologies, which I get, but I decided to try convince Anne that Andrea has changed and maybe they could even be friends. I kept talking to Andrea and she asked me out on a date after a few months. I figured my sister would be happy for me, regardless of her and Andrea's past. Either way, I never told Anne. Our first date went really well and I was falling more and more for her. She's everything I would ever want from a girl and is no longer a bully. Throughout that time I kept our relationship a secret from Anne and our family, aside from dropping little hints that Andrea's changed. The only people who knew were our closest friends. Then when I was confident I really wanted to be with Andrea, I told my parents first, who were shocked but were willing to meet her, then and who told me she'd disown me if I brought Andrea home. I didn't take her seriously since I did so much for her and thought she could put her feelings aside just this one time. We set up a date for Andrea to meet my family and aside from Anne not showing up it went really well and my parents warmed up to her. So everything was going well until one day Anne went off on me, said some truly awful things and threatened to go no contact with me and my parents if I didn't break up with Andrea, and they kept her out of our house. No matter how much I begged her to give Andrea a chance she kept bashing my relationship. Our parents took her side and I had enough of the BS so I told them they could accept my relationship or I'd distance myself from them. Mom took the first option and my dad and Anne took the second. I don't see or talk to Anne anymore, barely see my dad and my mom's constantly heartbroken that our family will never be whole again, all because Anne is too selfish to accept that people can change. F Anna, I really don't need her, I have Andrea.